Heather Mills was 32, a registered nurse at Riverbend General Hospital, and a beloved fixture in the town of Maplewood, a place where everyone knew your name, your family, your dog. She lived in a tidy bungalow on Elm Street, coached the high school swim team, volunteered at Sunday lunches at the church, and laughed easily, with eyes that brightened when she talked about her 3 nieces. One cold November morning, Heather failed to show up for her shift. By early afternoon, her co-worker, Laura Simmons, went to her house to check. The front door was locked. The lights were on inside. Laura, worried, notified Heather's parents, who arrived to find her car still parked in the driveway. Inside the house, nothing was out of order. Her purse lay on the kitchen counter, her phone in a bedroom, a single cup of coffee still warm in the mug rack. But Heather herself was gone. When Heather was declared missing, the town assembled around the Mills family. Dozens of volunteers searched wooded trails and riverbanks. Investigators ran down tips. A suspicious stranger, car break-ins, a scuffle near the hospital. The prevailing theory was terrifying in its simplicity. Maplewood had fallen prey to a random, irredeemable act of violence. Detective Mark Lawson, a seasoned officer with soft eyes, led the case. The first twist came 3 days in. Surveillance video from a convenience store 15 miles away showed Heather's car. Taillights red, wheels spinning in gravel, abandoned in the lot. Inside was Heather's purse and badge. Outside, no sign of Heather. Then came the personal details. Whispers that Heather had been spending late nights at an unfamiliar address. Rumor had it she had confided anxieties to someone online, someone with a soft voice and a digital shoulder. For a while, marks on Heather's phone history suggested secret calls at 2 a.m. from an unknown number. Still reeling, Detective Lawson obtained a search warrant for Heather's phone and messaging apps. There, buried between innocuous exchanges, were messages revealing a brief but intense online relationship with a local man named Peter Shaw, the quiet owner of the town's hardware store, 3 years her junior. He'd written things like, "When you smile, the whole world shifts," and "Stay safe tonight." Interviews with Peter revealed a man who described Heather as his closest confidant. He spoke earnestly, but many noted he'd broken down upon learning she'd gone missing. Peter said Heather came to his store late one evening, frantic over a family dispute, and that he gave her peppermint tea, reassured her, even walked her to her car afterward. That was 5 days before she disappeared. Then came the break. Forensics on Heather's car matched a single fingerprint, Peter's. Peter offered a calm explanation. He had opened her car to drop off medicine one afternoon. Nothing more. His alibi from that evening came under scrutiny. No one could confirm he'd been elsewhere. As pressure built, law enforcement covertly tapped Peter's phone. They intercepted a whisper of a confession, an admission that came from a heated text exchange with a friend. "I lost it. She wouldn't let it go." In another message, "I'm sorry. I didn't mean to." Detective Lawson arranged to speak with Peter under pretense of asking follow-up questions. As the two sat across from each other in the station's windowless interview room, Peter's composure snapped. Tears flowed. He explained that Heather had ended their relationship quietly. She never told him why, but he sensed it was serious. She had become distant. When he confronted her about meeting in person and she refused, it enraged him. He claimed they argued heatedly outside her home the night she vanished. He didn't want it to go that far. He insisted he only wanted to scare her, not hurt her, and that when he drove away, Heather was alive. But he couldn't say where she was now. Detectives searched Peter's car and property. They found nothing until a week later. A fisherman on the banks of the Maple River spotted something half-submerged near the roots of an old sycamore tree. A scarf knit in Heather's favorite color. DNA tests matched. Divers recovered Heather's body wrapped in a plaid blanket, lying just downstream. The news reverberated across Maplewood. The close-knit community that had searched together now wept together. The trial that followed was not sensational. It was small-town grief in a courtroom stained with tears. Peter Shaw was convicted of manslaughter and tampering with a corpse. His sentence left many in town wondering if justice had been done. The angle that cut deepest wasn't the violence. It was that Heather had loved, and had loved someone who slipped into darkness when she ended it. She was, in the end, erased not by a crime of opportunity, but by proximity and heartbreak. In Maplewood, the memory of Heather Mills became a cautionary tale, an emblem of trust, vulnerability, and the fragility of human connection. Every November, when candles glow on front porches and riverbanks, the town remembers Heather, not as a victim, but as a life woven into the fabric of a small community, lost too soon and mourned forever.